Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 86 of the regular season. Astros win 9-6 over the Oakland Athletics, and boy, this was quite the game by the Astros. Now, I'm going to try to keep this a very calm video, my throat's still bothering me a bit. I now sound like a chain smoker, but without any of the stress relief. So I want to keep this calm and low tone, a bit mundane, just very mellow throughout the video. Astros are the best team in the world, baby! Look at that comeback! Woo! Oh, Yordan Alvarez! So, right off the bat, first batter, first pitch, Ramon Laureano doubles to start the game for Oakland. Not the best, but it's fine. We can deal with that. Then Elvis Andrus singles. 2 pitches in, runners on the corners, and you go, oh, that's not fun. That's not ideal. After that, Matt Olson would then single to make it 1-0 A's. They've had 3 batters come to the plate. I believe that was the 4th pitch of the game. And already the Astros are trailing, which is not ideal. After that, Chapman would strike out, which was good. But Pinder would single to make it 2-0, which isn't good. Lowry would double, and granted, 1 run would score, but the second one would get tagged out on a Straw Correa-Maldonado relay, which was a fantastic throw by Correa. Home to get that second, or to get the second out, the second runner. To keep it as 1 runner less, which was a positive. That made it 3-0. And then a strikeout to end it. But good Lord. After the top of the first, it looked pretty rough. Now, on the upside, bottom half of the first inning. Hi, I'm Yordan Alvarez, and I hit dingers. Yordan Alvarez 2-run shot coming back from his, taking the break with his second child, Jordan, which is pretty funny. And boom, 2-run shot, makes it a 1-run lead for the A's, cuts it more than in half, and gives the Astros the idea that they at least have a little bit of life in the game, right? They're not totally just dead on arrival, which is a positive. The next inning, second, Piscotty leads off, doubles. Schwindel, which is how I'm going to pronounce that, I'm probably doing that poorly, would strike out. After that, Ramon Laureano would single. Elvis Andrus would single to make it 4-2. A throwing error by Maldonado trying to get a stealer going from first to second. I think it was a double steal. Sails into the outfield, 5-2. After that, Olson would ground out, but a run would score to make it 6-2. And good Lord, it was already pretty rough. Chapman would then strike out, but 2 innings, and it's been a nightmare for Framber Valdez. 5 earned runs through the first 2, and you thought to yourself, boy, all right, at this point, you just want to use as few pitchers as possible. This is a getaway game. We are not coming back in this. It's pretty well over. Their offense is on fire, and granted, our offense did decent. They got the 2-run shot by Yordan, but you kind of had to assume it was probably over at that point. But nope. After a tad bit of silence in the 4th inning, Yordan Alvarez would single to lead off. 114 off the bat. Hardest hit ball of the night by any player. Yordan actually had the hardest hit and the second hardest hit ball tonight. Correa would then fly out. Tucker would strike out, but with 2 outs, Toro would single and Straw would single to make it a 6-3 ball game. And then Maldonado would strike out. Then the 5th inning. Oh, the 5th inning. Oh, the 5th. Altuve doubles to lead off. Brantley lines out. Yuli singles, and you start to think, man, we got 2 base runners. Now would be a good time to tie it. I wonder who's going to come up to the plate. Hi, I'm Yordan Alvarez, and I hit ding. It's not gonna. Oh my God, he did. Yordan Alvarez, fresh off of having his second child, Jordan, home run number 2 of the night. This one for 3 runs, ties it at 6. My goodness gracious. Drops the A's win probability from, I believe, 85 at that moment in time to a 54 in favor of the Astros. He had 48% win probability added for the Astros tonight. Him alone, Yordan Alvarez simply rakes. Now, after that, in the 6th inning, Framber Valdez was replaced for Brian Abreu, who had a great night tonight. Looked fantastic in his return. And in the 6th, the Astros would get back at it offensively. Toro singles, Straw walks, Maldonado gets ready to lay down a bunt, but it was such a big show. I guess the pitcher, in the theory of John Mulaney, was thrown off his rhythm because he absolutely whiffed one that allowed both of the runners to advance and basically gave Maldonado a free at bat because he was going to bunt anyway to get him over. Granted, he would ground out, but it's okay because a pitching change happens, and up to the plate strolls Jose Altuve. Hi, I'm Jose Altuve, and I hit singles. Altuve throws one into left center field. Both runs score, 8-6 Astros. And in the course of a little over 2 innings, the Astros looked from being dead in the water to taking a 2-run lead. After that, Brantley would single, Yuli would ground out, but Chapman couldn't field it cleanly, which instead of a double play means Altuve gets to score, making it 9-6. Yordan is intentionally walked, which, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't throw to him if my life depended on him at that point. So I get that for them. Correa with a very deep fly out after that to end the inning, but a great inning by the Astros to take the lead. Back-to-back 3-run innings. Magnificent by the offense. And that was it for both teams offensively. After that, Ryan Stenner would come in and have a good inning. Ryan Presley would have a good inning. And the Astros get the win in a game that I thought was over after the first couple of innings. I didn't stop paying attention to it, obviously. But I thought it was done. I thought it was over. This team just does it. I know it's just a win in July, but oh my goodness, against a division rival, playoff feel, like playoff atmosphere. And the Astros offense shows resilience. Framber Valdez looked bad to start it, but he showed resilience. He stayed in there. He gave us 5 innings of work. He did his part. Framber tonight, 5 innings of work, 10 hits, which is bad. 6 runs, which is bad. 5 of them earned, which is bad. 2 walks, which is actually okay. And 6 strikeouts, which is good. But he stuck in there long enough for the Astros to eventually get around to it offensively. Right? He was able to stop an offense that was on fire through 2 innings, which is, I'll take it. Brian Abreu was magnificent. 2 innings of work, only 1 base runner given up, and a pair of strikeouts. He was fantastic in his return. Ryan Stenner had an inning of work, and he looked locked down in this appearance. No hits, no runs, no walks, a strikeout. Good, I'll take it. Ryan Presley continues to show that he is an elite closer. 1 inning of work, no hits, no runs, no walks, and a strikeout. And the Astros somewhat improbably get the win tonight. The offense was driven, obviously, by Yordan Alvarez. 5 RBIs, 3 for 3 with a walk, and a pair of home runs. Magnificent. Altuve had a good night. 2 for 5, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. Nothing wrong there. Yuli had an RBI ground out, which was good. He also had a hit tonight. Again, that All-Star snub. I'm still not over. Toro had a pair of hits. Straw had a pair of hits. But the Astros, they simply found a way to win, and that's all I can ask for. You know, yeah, the pitching wasn't great to start with, but after the second inning, you went 7 innings of no runs, which I'll take. The offense woke up. They did their part. They got the win. This was a great win for the Astros tonight. The bullpen was locked down and perfect, pretty much. I think they gave up like 3 base runners total, which is fantastic, in 4 innings of work. The offense, again, was great and clutch. And all I can say is, wow, what a win for the Houston Astros tonight. They improved to 53-33 on the season. They keep winning against good teams, above 500 teams, playoff teams. They just keep doing it. They just keep pounding the table against these great teams, and it's fantastic. They increased to a 4.5 game lead in the West, and we can expand it tomorrow. Which, a game like this, it just feels like house money, the fact that you won, you know, because I truly did not expect. After the second inning, I thought it was over. And I'm pretty optimistic, realistically. Man, what a game by the Astros tonight. So that's it for this. I've screamed enough that my voice is even worse than it was when I started. We'll play again tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. 8:10 Eastern, 7:10 Central. They will send out Sean Manaea to the mound with a 3.13 ERA. And we will send out Luis Garcia with a 3.14 ERA. So, pretty much identical pitchers with that. Both 6-5 records. So it's going to be a pretty fair matchup pitching-wise. So that should be a good duel tomorrow. And I'll be here after that, hopefully with a slightly better sounding voice. So that's all I have to say. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Astros.